There we go. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a live solo play with yours truly, Sam Healy. Thank you for joining us here on the Flipside. I certainly do appreciate it. Let me just double check and make sure. It looks like all the audio is going through well. Matthew Vincent is here. Hola. Good to see you again, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We are going to be playing Final Girl. Now, this is the core box. The actual stuff that we're playing with is the Evomorph, and our final girl today is going to be none other than Ellen. And I'm wearing the shirt that I chose to wear because I chose to wear it. Ripley Hicks for 2024. It's the only way to be sure. And that is cool. Aliens is one of my favorite movies. I'm not a huge horror movie fan. I don't like to be scared while I'm watching a show. I don't mind being scared. I've gone to Halloween Horror Nights. I enjoy the times that I've spent at Halloween Horror Nights. It's pretty fun. It's kooky, and it's just I get it. I understand why people like it. When I'm watching a movie, I just usually don't like to go. I don't mind thrillers. I don't mind, and I'm not talking about like the Michael Jackson Thriller. I'm talking about like thriller movie, like intense movies. I like that. But the horror stuff, whatever. But Aliens always kind of had that sci-fi draw for me, and I really enjoy sci-fi movies. And so Aliens was just one of my favorite movies, and it's really about as far into that horror theme that I like to jaunt into. So this is the first one that you won, Matthew. Okay, well, I'm going to be asking you for some tips and pointers along the way then, sir. Thank you for being here. Vanessa is here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Vanessa. David Brownlee is here. Howdy, howdy. Daniel Kramer is here. Hello, all. One of my favorite games. I have to say, I am not a solo gamer. Now, I've been playing solo games a lot. I usually try to reserve one day out of the week to do live solo plays. So I'm really trying, I'm probably getting to the point where I can't say that I'm not a solo gamer anymore. But I think there's a reason for me playing solo games, that I have to get games played. I have to teach myself how to play games so that I can then teach those games to other people in game nights and more social surroundings. So there's a method to the madness, so to speak. I really do prefer to play games with other people. I don't trust myself to make sure that I'm getting all the rules right all of the time. So that's one of the reasons why I like doing solo games live, because at the very least, you guys will be here and you'll be able to say, hey, you did that wrong, rewind a little bit. And I want to say that to open that door. I am not sitting in ivory tower. I will make mistakes. If you see me doing something wrong, please let me know via chat, and I'll make those corrections as need be. Now, I have played the game before, so I do know how to play the game, but again, my mind isn't as crisp as it once was when I was a spring chicken, as it were. So there you have it. Alien wasn't that scary, but it had some creepy scenes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It wasn't really scary. It was more of a sci-fi thriller, but it did have that. It did have those horrific scenes of when people were being impaled and mauled by the aliens, and just body parts flying everywhere, and that kind of stuff. So I get that it's, I guess, not really a horror movie, but it kind of is, right? It's horrific at times. So we're going to stick with that. Matthew Vincent, I play board games solo because I work on a computer 10 hours a day and don't want to play video games after all that. That is understandable, my friend. Absolutely understandable. And again, I am not decrying playing solo games. I am not doing that at all. I hope I've never sent that message that that people shouldn't be playing solo. I hope that message has never been sent, because that's never been really what I've been trying to say. I just don't enjoy necessarily playing solo games, but I do have to admit some of these games are pretty stinking fun, and I'm enjoying these live solo plays things that I've been doing lately. So aliens bursting out of chests, right? Yeah, see what I'm saying, Vanessa? You know what I'm saying. Now, with that being said, this is JT's copy of the game. I have not gone out and purchased Final Girl. This hasn't been given to me as a review copy or anything like that. This is JT's copy of the game. He owns everything for the game. It's one of JT's favorite games as well. So I do want to say that. So there's no promotion or anything like that going on. But Van Ryder Games has done a good job with this one, I think. And my other time that I played it, I was drawn to the Mrs. Claus versus Krampus version of the game, because it has Vincent Dutray's artwork in it. This one does not have that, but I'm drawn to the theme of this one, not necessarily the artwork. So most of the aesthetics are going to be going on up here, and hopefully in your minds as well. David Brownlee says, I like sci-fi, supernatural, horror, aliens, werewolves, mummies, etc. Human psychopath slasher movies are a little too close to reality for me. Okay, yeah, I've never understood why people like to watch the Saw movies. That has always kind of creeped me out. Yeah, watching human mutilation is not something that I consider entertainment. Not even close. So that kind of falls into the same idea as the slasher movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th. When I was a teenager, I watched those movies just for the sheer adrenaline kick that it gave me, because it was one of those movies that I probably shouldn't be watching. And that kind of stuff. And there's the adrenaline kick for that. And then, but I was one of those people that I never could just sit and be glued to the screen as somebody was being butchered. I just couldn't do that. I would be like, oh man, that's disgusting. That kind of thing. Now, the flip side of that coin is, and most people will always ask this question whenever I'm talking about this. Well, what about war movies? You see people's legs being blown off. You see people being shot in the head and all of this kind of stuff. And I don't have an answer for you. For me, war violence, while still horrific, has a different tone to it than the kind of violence that's in a slasher movie or in a a Saw movie or something like that. It just carries a different vibe. Still nasty, still horrific, but it just has a different zing to it, if that makes any sense. So I can't totally explain it all, and I get that there might be a little bit of a double standard there, and I do apologize for that, but it just carries a different weight with me. I guess that's the best way to say it. Vanessa says, and malfunctioning androids that make freaky noises. That scene bothered me the most. Oh, that's funny. I loved how it looked like he had milk for blood. That was just hilarious. Just this viscous white material just started coming out of the android's body. That was interesting. It looked like milk to me. I remember that very plainly. Anything with torture is just so disturbing. I don't know how people can watch those kinds of movies. I don't either, Vanessa. I get it. All right, so we are going to be iPhone Wi-Fi disconnected to optimize. Can you disconnect from Wi-Fi? Okay, cool. Very good. David Brownlee, torture is a no-go for me as well. Even worse when it's left to the imagination instead of show. Yeah, milk does the body good. Oh, yes. Perfect timing for coining that phrase. Well done. All right. I do have another angle set up here, and I also have another angle here. This angle, let me go ahead and do this. This angle is what I usually use. It's upside down for you guys. I don't know that it will make that big of a difference. You can still see everything down here. And I think, oh, I didn't turn it on. There we go. Let me see how the picture-in-picture does. If I have everything in there correctly. I think I do. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good picture-in-picture. That's not bad at all. So, Matthew Vincent, if left in the body, milk does the body good, yes. We better let Sam get to gaming. I have to head out in about 15 minutes anyway. Well, well, well. All right, Vanessa, we'll get to work just for you, so you can see part of the game. I'm sure you've witnessed this game before anyway. But, all right, so I have my handy dandy. The Starfield mat is back. That is correct. Well, I figure we're playing Aliens. The Starfield mat comes back out. We're in space, so we're aboard the USS Conrad, battling the Evomorph in space. So there you have it. So I have my handy dandy player aid here that's on the back of the core box rule book, and that tells us that we're going to go through an action phase, a planning phase, a killer phase, a panic phase, and then an upkeep phase. And I'm not going to spend much time, basically teaching how to play the game, but I did show you that that's how we're going to go through action phases, where we're going to be playing action cards, doing things on the table. What I am trying to do is kill that little bugger right there. Now, it's a little bugger right now. Over the course of the game, it will turn into a bigger bugger and then a boss bugger, like so. So whenever these evolve actions happen, that's when these bigger guys will be coming out. So the first thing that dies, we will evolve, and this little hatchling will go away, and the youngling will take its place. And then when this one evolves, that's when this guy will come out, and we'll have some problems on our hands. We do have an evolution card over here. And while the hatchling is in space, it says only increase this blood tracker if the hatchling kills a victim. All right. If anything else would increase this, we're going to lose time instead. So that's the first special rule about the hatchling. So we're basically going to have to waste a bunch of time. Going to attack this guy really doesn't do much good anyway, because it's not going to really do much good on this track. But when the first evolve happens, then the youngling will come out, and upon evolving, it will vanish. So wherever it evolves, it will vanish and be put on top of the terror deck. While the alien is not visible, hiding, we're not going to be able to. We'll be able to start increasing this normally. All right. Then that's when the ambush cards come into effect. So, let me see. Let me read this. I read this earlier, but I need to make sure I'm reading it, if I'm remembering it correctly. So, whenever we see an icon that it looks like a little bat symbol, really. Whenever we see that bat symbol icon, the Evomorph will immediately disappear into the shadows and vanishes, ending the killer phase. Remove the killer meeple from the board and place it on top of the terror deck. While the Evomorph is vanished and on top of the terror deck, you will ignore all steps of the killer phase, both the killer action and the finale card, and drawing a terror card. Instead, you'll draw an ambush card and follow the side of the card that corresponds to the Evomorph's current stage. So right now, the ambush youngling is going to be the one that we're going to be paying attention to. When it evolves into the big Mamma Jamma, Then we'll turn this around and we'll start using the dark green adult side of the thing. So there is a number, a red danger number found in the upper right corner from 1 to 10, and that is basically what's going to tell you how dangerous that card actually is. Now, we also do have a new special action card for this scenario, and it's called the scan card. So scan cards will basically allow us to put these hatchling tokens that have a little X by them out there on the board. And what this will basically do is it will protect us from some of these ambush cards because you'll scan the area where you are, thus denoting that the alien isn't anywhere around. Hence, it won't be able to ambush you because you know it's not around you. So you're basically protecting yourself from the ambush cards by playing these scan cards. They cost 1 time to purchase, so we'll definitely be adding those to our deck. As per usual, we're trying to get these survivors to the escape pods and get them off of the ship. When we do that, we're able to basically get some more time. We can make the horror level go down a little bit. We can take a search card if we place that there. We can move 1 space. We can get a health. And then once we have all 6 of these, once we've saved or ushered 6 survivors out, we'll be able to flip this over. And then it says, when successfully resolving a search action card, you may choose to freely look through all of the location's unused item cards instead of Space's item deck. So that's a pretty cool special ability as well. And that's probably going to be used to find the superloader, the keys to the superloader, because we know that the superloader is in the hangar, but we don't have the keys. The keys to the superloader are in one of these decks. Last thing that's special about this one, I think, is the key cards. And the key cards are have to do with these 3 cards here, which are the maintenance cards. And they are effects that you can have carry out in different locations. So we can use the crusher if we're in the trash compactor. We can use the incinerator if we're here in the furnace. The trash compactor is over here. And you can use self-destruct if you're on the bridge, which is where Ellen currently is. Or you can use the airlock, which is activated in the hangar. And basically, you're going to be collecting these keycard tokens throughout the course of the game. They are in a couple of locations on the map already, and then they'll be popping up at other places as well. And as long as you can spend enough of those key tokens or keycard tokens to activate that thing, and you're in the right space, you can carry out that special ability. To begin the game, part of setup was to draw an event card, and the event card that was drawn was the emergency override. So the incinerator, airlock, and self-destruct special actions on those maintenance cards I just showed you all require 1 less keycard token to activate. So that's a pretty cool thing. So we're going to keep those right over there. I do have 2 key cards that are here. So if I move through these 2 locations here, I'll be able to take those key cards, and those will be automatically added to my inventory along with this token right here. So now, as long as I have these in here, I can go to these other places and do all of that good stuff. So that's kind of how that works. Let's see here. Better let's say get to Starfield. Okay, so nothing's been really said in addition to where we left off. Okay, I do have these 3 guys over here, these 3 tokens, and I'm not sure if we're going to be using them. I know we used them in the other, the Mrs. Claus versus Krampus, but I don't know if they're going to come into play here, but we'll have to wait and see. The Evomorph starts with only 4 health, which is really inviting because you really want to try to go over there and kill it before it evolves, but I don't think it's going to quite work that well. So that is that. So with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and head on in because that's enough basic information, I think, to get you going. If I'm missing anything, Matthew, please let me know. I'll hold you to that, buddy. Baby alien hits like a tank. Oh boy. Well, that's wonderful. Baby alien hits like a tank. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so, wow, it can move 5. Goodness gracious. Those little skittery buggers. All right. Well, let's see. I'm starting here in the bridge, and I could... Oh, that's another thing. There are these maintenance hatches, maintenance walkways that are denoted by these keycard access points. Unless it has a keycard token next to it, it's inactive. So it won't be able to be used unless I use a keycard token to activate it by placing it out there on the board. All right, so I might do that right now because that might be something that we might want to use to go and get these two guys out of there. So walk, I can go up to 2 spaces. That might be something we could do, man. That sounds like a good idea right there. I think what we'll do is I will use a key card. All right, so it actually says place a key card token on this card when you take it during the action phase, which is where we are right now. You may place a key card token on the maintenance card if your current space has the thing, or on an adjacent maintenance shaft. So we're going to go ahead and do that since it's an adjacent maintenance shaft. That gives us the ability to, instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, we can just go, well, bam. All right, but we got to play a walk in order to do that. So we are going to play a walk. The walk will make me make a horror check. We look over here at where the horror level currently is. It's 4, which means I roll 2. And I'm trying to get 2 successes, which is stars, and we'll see how that goes. Well, that really does suck. Goodness gracious. All right, so we're going to get rid of a short rest and a focus so that whenever you roll this, you can discard 2 cards to make this a success. Once I have 1 success, I can move up to 1 space. So that was not what I really wanted to do. Oh, gee whiz. All right, so now that I'm there, I'm going to try to walk again, and I'm going to roll 2. Ouch. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to discard both of these 2 so that I can turn this one into a success. And that allows me to move 1. I can take this guy with me. And now that I'm here and both of these people are here, they are safe. So I'm going to put move 1 space. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take a search card. So I'm going to do that as well. Then now that I have the search card, I'm going to try to use it and see if baby hits for 10, crawls for 1. Where does it say that? Oh! Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh my. Yes, it hits for 10 and crawls for 1. Yeah, we're not going to go hit it. Now we're going to roll. Come on. My goodness, nothing at all. Poop, poop, poop. All right, hopefully that is not. That is not indicative of how this day is going to go. All right, so all of these guys are going to stay here. Now I'm going to be able to use 6. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, or Yep, that has to go up, and we lose 1, 2. That happened on that search because I wasn't able to get a success. And actually, Walk had me. Yeah, I had to move it down once for each of those. All right, I'm tracking. Now I only have 2. Goodness. So I will purchase. I'm going to purchase a search card because I squandered the other one. That one goes back there. All of these zeros go back to 0 cost coins. And then this comes back into my deck. That's the end of my planning action. And now we go to the killer phase. So we resolve a killer action. So the killer action is going to move 1. So it can't use maintenance hatches. It will go towards the nearest person. So, oh wow. So it will move 1, which there's not a connection here. The only connection is here, so it moves here. And then there's nobody there for it to kill. Nothing happens. Then we will draw a terror card. So, oh dear. All right, gas leak. Roll a die to determine which maintenance shaft leak toxic gas. Great. All right, so here we go. 1 through 6. So it's a 3. The upper left. So upper left leaks gas. Everyone in a space adjacent to an affected maintenance shaft receives 1. Oh my goodness. All right, so boom, boom. These 2 are dead. But because we're a hatchling, the only way that this will advance is if this person actually does the killing. So nothing happens in that respect. And we draw an event card. So the event card says, cluttered shafts. What is with these shafts? I guess they need maintenance in a real way. While moving, you may move through an inactive maintenance shaft at the cost of 1 health. Victims can follow you if you move in this. Oh, cannot follow you if you move in this manner. Well, poop poopy doop. All right. Well, now it's a panic phase. If a victim was killed this turn, panic all victims in the killer space. There are none, so that doesn't happen. And now we go to the upkeep phase. Reveal finale if no terror cards are left. Rearrange all of the items. So this one will come back up here. Actually, that should have happened at the end of the planning phase. These guys just stay out there like so. And, okay, goodness gracious. Well, that was, I guess, not a bad round per se. But, all right, let's see about searching. All right, so searching. Take the top 2 items at your space and choose one. Place the other on top, face up, or underneath, face down. Take the top item card in your space. Take the top item card at your space. Okay, so we're going to try to search. And hopefully we'll be able to get something out of this without having to spend a whole lot of time or what have you. Because we're in the mess hall. And the mess hall is, let's see, right there. It's this stack. So, all right, here we go. All right, so we got 1, and we can't turn this one into a success because it doesn't have that face on it. So we did get 1 success, which means I can take the top card at our space, which is the mess hall. So that comes right there, and we get a key card token added onto it whenever we take it. All right, well, that was that, I guess. Let's see. We're going to try to move. So let's walk, and I'm going to try to do this. All right. 2 could be up to 2 spaces. So I think we'll do weak attack and focus, and we'll go 1, 2. And then how many survivors can I have move with me? I think it's up to 3, isn't it? Or is it just 2? Help me out, Matthew Vinson. You're my only hope. Up to 2 victims. Already found it. Oof. Man, I'm just making a mess. Up to 2 victims. All right. All right, so one of you's got to stay there, unfortunately. Let's see if I can get a good roll. Thank you, Matthew. All right, I got 1. Well, that stinks. And that's all I can do, so I can only move these 2 guys 1. Actually, let's go this way. 1 here. And that guy's already there as well. Oh, dang it. That took 3 actions, I just remembered. No. I'm thinking of the elves. Thinking of the elves, is that right? Moving into these doesn't cost anything, right? That was just the Christmas one with the stupid elves talking to you, right? Not follow you into the space if you move. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So it doesn't cost any extra. So these guys are all here, right? Yes. Good. Thank you. All right. So even if he does move, he's going to come here and just munch on this guy. So stay behind there, Dallas. We'll be okay. I think we're going to try to do... oh, dang. Let's see. So the search, we lost 1. I keep forgetting 1, 2. And then the walk, we were able to move 2 spaces, but that still took a time. I got to stop doing this. And then we had to use another time. Yep. So let's go ahead and do focus. And hopefully we can get a good roll and get some of that time back. Oh, or not. Golly, holy Moses. 1, 2. Snapdragon. And short rest is really not going to do any good. So we're just going to keep that. And okay, now we're at the purchase cards. So now we can't, let's see. All of these are going to go back here. That's going to stay there for right now. I have exactly 1 point. So let's go ahead and do a scan, just so that we have that in our thing. Close call. Play after any horror roll to reroll a die. Oh, that might be, I'm rolling bad. That might be a better use right now because the dude is not, he's about to evolve though. We're still going to do the close call. Still going to do the close call for right now. That might have been a bad idea, but you never know. Okay. Next is the killer phase, because this is going to come back here, and all of these are going to come up here. And now the killer phase happens, so the killer will move 1 and munch, which will put that up there and move this down here. And now he has gone into hiding, which is now where the scan card would have been helpful. But Yeah. Morganite, hello, this reminds me that I haven't gotten this module to the table yet. Oh dear. Yeah, I probably should have scanned. Didn't think that through, did I? All right. Well, this comes up here. There was nobody else here, so panic doesn't happen. And now we go to upkeep phase, where everything else is kosher dills and Bing cherries. So, we don't draw a Terra card because he is in hiding, but the killer phase, we will do an ambush card. So ambush of 1, you've discovered shed skin. Place a X token in the closest space to you without a thing. So I guess this is the closest space to me because it is the space that I am in. Did I do that right, Matthew? Or do I have to put it into an adjacent one? Let's see. I think that's okay. That's the place that's closest to me that doesn't have one already, because it's the space that I'm in. I hope that I'm interpreting that correctly. Let me know, Matthew, if not, and I'll put it somewhere else. All right, so that is that. We'll go ahead and just put that card off to the side over here. And that's the end of the killer phase. No panic phase, upkeep phase we've already done. Where did this come from? Oh, it's in the escape pod. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, here we go, real quick. I'll show you. This is the ambush card that I flipped because the... oh, you know what? I shouldn't have flipped that because he went into hiding on his thing. Oh, my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, now we know what that card is. Which, whatever. David Ranley, look like there's no Daiso in Spokane. That explains why Sam doesn't have a dice tray. Well, we're only rolling 2 dice. I'm not really worried about it. If there were more components that I have to worry about, I'd worry about it. But I do have a dice tray. It's just I'm trying to fit stuff on the screen right now. So that's about it. All right. Going into my next action phase. Let's go ahead and try to walk first. I'm going to do that. My goodness. I'm gonna use close call because good night. I'm gonna re-roll both, so I'm down to 4. Finally, goodness. And I still have to lose 1. All right, so I'm gonna take these 2. 1, 2. I do get to take this and add it to here, though. And okay, that helped. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to do another walk. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll use a weak attack and short rest to move these 2 1, and then that will actually get rid of all 4 of these, which is really cool. This will give me another health. And then this goes 1, 2, 1, 2, and it increases the horror. Boom. Or decreases the horror, rather, and then these flip over. Must have sprained an ankle. All right, so all these are over here. So that's kosher dills. Wow, that was uncanny. Now for each additional victim saved, we get to raise the time by 1. All right, what else can I do here? Well, let's try 1 focus. And that's 1. So I can go 1 here, and I lose 1, which puts me down to 6. I'm going to stay there and just go into my planning phase now. And planning phase, let me switch over to the other angle to see if it's any better for you guys. It doesn't bother me either way, but it's up to you, okay? There you go. There's my second angle. If that's any better or worse, just let me know. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. But it's up to you guys. Just let me know. Should I try to focus again? No, I'm not going to push my luck. Not going to push my luck. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to spend these things. I'm going to go 1, 2 to buy 2 scan cards because I think that's going to be important. And then I am going to try to get some defensive cards here. So 1, 2 for a guard. And I've got 2 left. Ooh, I think I'll buy a, no, that's a 3. Poop, poop, poop. Oh, how many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's going to be 9 cards. I can get 1 more, so I think I'll buy another guard. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is that. Yep. So I can only have 10 cards in my hand. So that will work just fine. Alrighty. That is my planning phase. So now we're good to go. Planning phase, killer phase. So this happens. Oh, this wouldn't be out there. So planning phase, we know what happens. You discovered shed skin, place a thing in the closest space without. So this is the one I was asking you about, Matthew. So it says that I've discovered shed skin, place a X token in the closest space to you without a token in it. So am I correct in assuming that the closest space to me is my space, since it itself does not have a token, or do I have to put it adjacent to where I am? That's the question that I had earlier, buddy. Daniel says, yeah, that's better. The dice are clearer. All right, cool. We'll do that then. The disembodied hand goes with the theme. I actually can't put the picture-in-picture on top of my phone's angle. So, pardon with that. All right. So, that is all of my purchasing. This will come back up here. That's where the horror stays. Actually, these were saved, right? So we had 2 die from a card from the gas leak, which was horribly planned. And then this guy is the only one that killed the thing, and it put it there. All right, so that is that. And I think we're done. Killer phase comes up now. So now we have an ambush. And this says, move the bloodlust marker on the track to the next space. with evolve in the special effect column. What? So that happens, and which means that happens, and now he's up to max health. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. So, yeah, that was, what's the saying? Well, that escalated quickly. All right, so adjacent, so we'll put it here in the furnace. If they wanted it on you, they would have said in your space or closest to you if it already has a token, yeah. Well, it did say closest to me. If they wanted it on you, they would have said in your space or closest to you if it already has a... Oh, yeah, I got you. Understood. All right, well, goodness. So evolution takes place. Razor Claws is now part of the family. And when revealed, place the Evomorph in the closest space to you without a thing and remove all things. So closest space to me is storage. Well, he has now evolved and this thing has arrived. Great. Super. I'm loving it. Whenever the Evomorph damages you, randomly discard an action card. What? That is no bueno. I don't like this card. It was bad. Goodness gracious, that escalated super quickly. All right. Now we go to panic phase. Nobody died, so that doesn't happen. And we go to upkeep phase. Come lay down, Strider. Come on, man. Chill out. Lay down. There you go. Good boy. Go on. Lay down. No, don't just stretch. You obstinate little four-legged beast. Thank you, sir. Good boy. All right, here we go. Back to the action phase. Oh, dude and a half, man. All right, we've got... I didn't buy a sprint, did I? I wanted to buy a sprint, but, you know, I didn't. So we're going to go with walk, and we have a lot of cards that we'll be able to discard if need be. Goodness gracious, I'm rolling horribly. So we'll do a focus and a short rest. How far? He moves 2? Oh no. All right, so that gives me 1. So we're going to lose 1, and we get to move 1 space, which is here. Good night. I really need a good walk now. I really need a good walk, people. Oh, this is down to 5. So I basically just to get moved 1 space, which gets me out of harm's way, and I go down 1 more. So I move from here to here. I'm going to take that person with me. Lay down. Dude's just staring at me like, oh. Ooh. Wow. Okay. That was a walk. Let's try to get... see if we can get a focus. See if we can get a focus. Let's go, let's go. And how about not? Goodness! Okay, I'll do a scan and a weak attack just so that we can get 1. Still lose 1, and we get this down here. All right, I'm done. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right, well, that's that. Planning phase happens. Okay, this one is going to come out, and this goes here. So I've got 3, 3, 3, 3. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will leave the weak attack down. And scan goes back over here. Okie dokie. Nougat from orbit. I hope you have a weapon. I don't. I don't have a weapon at all. All right. So, Evomorph is targeting the closest. Oh, fart knocker. What happens if we're both in the same place? I can't remember. Matthew, help me out, buddy. If we're both in the same place, can we have it attack me instead of the victim? So the target is the closest victim. So right now the target is the closest victim, but I'm in the same space as the victim. Either victim or final girl. Killer will always attack victims in their space before the final girl, unless the final girl was specific. Okay, got it. Understood. So that sucks. So he's going to move, or she's going to move 1, 2, and kill this dude, which makes it go up here, which sucks. A panic roll. Is that just for victims? I've only played this once, people. I apologize. Before now, at least. Panic phase. Panics is just for... Final girl does not panic. Okay. That's right. This is Ripley, man. She ain't gonna panic. Okay. But now we do a terror card. And the terror card is, let's test the maintenance shafts. For this turn only, all enemies can freely move through any maintenance shafts. Okay. Now, the enemy is going to target me or the closest dude. He's already there. And he's going to attack. For each enemy that moved through a maintenance shaft this turn, we go up 1 horror. He didn't have to move through a maintenance shaft. Okay. But I am going to play a guard because I do not want to take any damage right now. And reduce by 2, which is all we need. And he is doing 3, so I would take a damage. So I don't think... See, I guess he is going to. I'll keep it. I will do a short rest and a focus to make this one a success as well, so we can ignore all 3 of that damage. And no enemy used the maintenance shaft, so that doesn't, the horror level does not go up. Alrighty. Super duper. Gosh, this game is hard. Let's see. All right, did I take a search? I did. Okay. let's go ahead. Panic phase, no panic happens. Upkeep phase, so this should be back up here. That stays, this is good. Nothing else is moving, I think. So now we will go into my action phase. So first action phase is going to be to walk. Going to roll. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to play close call to try to get that. We're going to spend 2 to reroll both. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't like this game. I am actually having fun, but goodness gracious, my rolls are atrocious right now. All right, so I can move. Yeah, I'm gonna, goodness gracious me, oh my. I'm going to use a scan and a focus to make that 2 spaces. We still have to go 1. I'm gonna go 1, use this, and 2, like that, and then I'm just gonna have that stay the way it is. Oh crap, where was this? Let's see. I did a guard. I did a walk. So 1, 2. Yeah, so I should have moved down 2. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I should have done. Okay. Now, planning phase. Gotta buy stuff. I got $2. I think we need to buy a sprint. That's my $2. And so this comes back up here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good to go. All right, killer phase. So killer phase is going to move to the closest dude. And he's going to move here and kill that dude, which makes this go up to 3, and it raises the horde level. Then we flip a terror card. Solar interference. Remove, oh my goodness. Remove all key card tokens from the board and all maintenance cards. Then roll a die for each and place it as follows. So all of these, I imagine this one doesn't get moved. Matt, can you help me with that one? Because it says remove all from the board. I'm assuming the ones that they mean the ones that you've placed here. No, because this is redoing everything. So that's what's going on here. This is just like a complete redo. So first one is going on the upper left maintenance shaft. Upper left maintenance shaft is up here. That might actually be bad. 6, lower left maintenance shaft. That's helpful. Third one is a 2. Goes on the crusher. Where's the crusher? Crusher. Oh, it goes on the crusher. Oh my. Activated at the trash compactor. Whenever an enemy or victim ends its movement in the trash compactor, they take a damage. Does not affect you or victims following you. Ooh. All right. I guess I have to go to the trash compactor to actually activate that. But last one. 6. Lower left maintenance shaft. Well, there's already one in the lower left maintenance shaft, so I'm assuming that it doesn't get put there. 2, crusher, already there. 3, upper right maintenance shaft, so up here. Okay, well that wasn't horrible, but now the Xenomorph will move, the Evomorph will move 3 and hit with 3, which is super great because that means he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and hit me for 3, which is no bueno. Do I have a guard? I do. All right, here we go. I will absolutely use a focus and a short rest to make that ignore all. All right, so nothing happens there. Nobody died. Good night and in the morning. All right, panic phase. Nobody panics because nobody died. Upkeep phase. Let's make sure where this is here and everything else is good. So now we come back to action phase. So let's run. Oh my heave. Move 1 space. Lose a life. And action phase immediately ends, or lose a life and 2. Oh, gee whiz. I'm going to lose a life and 1, 2. No. No. I still have to lose a life and go down 2. But I can move 1 space and they can come with. So I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3. That puts him out of reach. So that's what I'm going to do instead. And that will end my turn. Oh my goodness, what a bad turn. But I'm kind of out of harm's way. Kind of. Maybe. Planning phase. I have $4 to spend. Okay, that's good. Definitely need to spend 1 there. And I need to spend, I've got 3. Distraction is what we're going to do there. So that's going to put that back up there. Guard will come down here. 0, 0, 0. Come back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good to go there. All right. Do I still have a search? Yes. Okay. Now, killer phase. He's going to move 3. She's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's there for him to murderize. But now he's next to me, and he's going to do something bad on the terror phase. I know it. He's going to do something bad. I know he's going to do something bad. He's going to do something bad. I don't like it, but he's going to do something bad. Scratches in the dark. For each space that the Evomorph passes through that contains at least 1 victim. Okay. Oh, he doesn't attack, though. Yay! He just goes, hi. And I go, bye. No attack. Oh boy, that was lucky, lucky, luck, luck. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Now we go back. We did a tarot card. Panic phase, nothing happens. Upkeep phase. Okay. Walk. Come on. Actually, you know what? First, I'm going to do not a walk. I'm going to do distraction. Hey, ugly alien, what's that over there? Jeez. Bing, bing. Oh my goodness. What a waste of 3 action points to buy that card. Wait. Wait, wait. I'm going to re-roll this die. I'll take it. I'll get rid of a focus and a short rest. So there we have it. Distraction happens. So that actually comes up here. And we get 2 plus 2. All right. That was kind of worth it. All right. Now we're going to walk. And we get to roll 3 dice. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Look at that roll. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's just not worth getting up in the morning, is it? I gotta move 1 space at least. So I'm gonna get rid of this focus and this weak attack. To turn that into this. And now I have to see, the last one made me go down 1. This one's gonna make me go down 1. But we can move through this shaft to here. And yeah. Goodness, really? Really? Man alive. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm gonna walk again. Please, please give me a good roll. Okay, we'll take that. That's good. All right, we get to move 2 spaces. I'm gonna go 1, drop this bad guy off, and that will give me one of those, and then yeah, and then I'll go 1 back up here. And I'm going to end my turn. All right, got $7 to spend here. $7 to spend. So I think we'll do 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. And that will put me back there. Walk, walk, distraction. That did me a little bit of good. Close call, short rest, focus, weak attack, focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. All right. That's planning phase. Now we go to killer phase. So the killer is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Then a terror card comes out. Boom. Catastrophic hull breach. The farthest. Okay. The farthest. Well, first of all, he's going to target me and move here. And then he's also going to attack. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. The attack is going to give me 3. But if I use retaliate, I'm going to possibly ignore all of those and do 2 damage to it. So let's try. Come on. Okay. All right. That I can deal with, baby. So we're going to get rid of a focus and another focus. Should I do that? Yeah. To make one of these a success. That ignores all of that attack, and it does 2 damage to the face. Got to run some errands before traffic gets bad. Good luck. Thank you, David. Thank you, thank you. That's horrible, Natty M says. Welcome to my dice rolling world. That's just the way it goes. The longer you stick around, the more used to that kind of dice rolling you will be. But yes, it is rather jarring once it happens. All right. So the attack is over with. And now the farthest one from you. So definitely not this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's definitely this one. That escape pod is no longer usable. Anyone, victims, enemies, and you that is in or enters that space is instantly killed. If the killer dies this way, reveal their final health token. If they come back to life, place them at the junction. Interesting. All right, so maybe we can get him to go. Oh, and we must do a event card. Event card, good cooking. Every meal is a feast. Whenever you end the action phase in the mess hall, recover a health. Where's the mess hall? Way over there. Okay. Well, that's a cool thing. All right, good cooking is good cooking. We'll take it. All right, that's the end of the killer phase, panic phase, nothing happens, upkeep phase. I think we're all good to go there. Now, I have a plan. It's kind of scary, but I do have a plan. All right, here we go. First thing, walk. Oh, wait, I roll 3. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're definitely going to be losing at least 1, possibly 2. We'll use a short rest. Where did the third one go from there? It was this one probably. Hold on. Let's yeah, let's just use a short rest and a weak attack to make that walk go 1, and then we will just come over here because he can't use that. And then we will use a, this is the armory, so we'll go to search. And, oh man. What does the remote beacon do? Spend 2 to place the beacon token on any space up to 3 spaces from you. Whenever the killer must choose a target, they will choose the beacon instead. Ooh. Discard the beacon token when the killer... Ooh. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Oh, but that's really... I'm going to get rid of a walk and a close call to take the beacon token. All right, so the beacon... Ooh, but I've got to get within 3 spaces of this guy. So 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. If I get to the junction. Ooh. Is that the twist? Is that the Hollywood twist that may be able to occur? Oh dear. That sounds cool. All right. I got the remote beacon. Maybe. Just maybe. That might be the light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully it's not an oncoming train. All right, here we go. So now I've got $5 to spend. I'm in my planning phase. Got $5 to spend. Definitely need one of these. 1, 2, 3 for a sprint. Got 2 more. And 2, 3, 4, 5 for a guard. All right, and that'll be that. So walk, close call, search, walk, retaliate. Where's retaliate? Oh, distraction shouldn't be over there. There's retaliate. And focus, focus, blah, 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 blah. All right, all this comes up. Make sure I don't have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good to go, good to go. All right. This gets put back. That's my planning phase. Now we go back to the killer phase. Killer will move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then terror card. The Evomorph is a hatchling. If the Evomorph is a hatchling, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, he just moves to where I am. He doesn't attack. Oh, wait. If the Evomorph is in your space, during the next action phase, roll 1 fewer dice for all horror rolls to a minimum of 1. Oh, dear. And then he disappears? Oh, dear. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. So if the Evomorph is in my space during the next action phase, roll 1 fewer dice for all horror rolls to a minimum of 1. Got it. Okay. So he stays there. At the end of my phase, he'll go boom, and then possibly, oh dear. Okay. All right. We've got to get out of here. All right, so I'm rolling 1 fewer dice, so I'm only rolling 2 dice now, which kind of sucks. Kind of really sucks. I got to move 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. All righty, here we go. Let's go with sprint first. No. I got to roll 2 dice because of the terror card instead of 3. Oh, that sucks. So I will use close call and take 2 to reroll all dice. And I will use focus, and weak attack to make this 2 successes. And that means I get to move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. I'm in the junction. I am 1, 2, 3 spaces away from the escape pod. So I will take the remote beacon and put it right there. Then I will use a walk, and since he's not in my space, oh no. Well, I don't know how that's going to work out, but we'll see. He was here. So I get a 1, so I can move 1 space. I still have to take 1 of those. We'll go here. No, we'll go here. Boom. Well, I'm gonna go here. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And I think I will try to focus just in case. Oh dear. I'll use a guard and a short rest to change that into this, which means I go down 1 here, but I go here. And I think I will try to walk, which could be bad, but I'm going to try. All right, well, it's a 1. I don't have 2 cards, so I can move 1. This goes down to 1, though. And I'll move to the bridge. And then that will be the end of my turn. I'll go into the planning phase. So I've got exactly $1 to spend. I will buy the close call. That puts me back up here. 0, 0, 0, sprint, weak attack, focus, close call, short rest, guard. So all these come back in my hand. Bum, 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 bum. And now this guy is over here, and he is going to draw an ambush card instead. All right. So this will make that go up 1. Move the Bloodlust marker up on the track to the next space with Evolve. In the special effect column. Oh wait, I'm using adult now. Sorry, adult. So we have to do this. And it's just 1 up here. So that's all that happened. Interesting. You don't get the 0 cost cards back until your next planning phase. The ones you use, that is. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. So 1. I had a walk and I bought 2 cards, so these go back. Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm sorry. Man, dang it. All right. But he stays there. I wonder how that and the remote beacon is going to work together. All right. Well, that is that. Yep. Okay. All right. So now I've got all of 3 actions to go here. 3 cards at least in my action phase. So we're going to... Oh, we don't... Oh, man. I can't get to the storage locker. Could go to the mess hall, though, but I don't have a search card. That stinks. I think I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm not going to do anything. I have no idea. So I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to use all 6 of my time to simply purchase cards back. So, well, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to be getting these back. About 6, right? So retaliate is a good one. I'm going to go with 4 for retaliate, and then we'll do 2 for search. So that should be 10 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. All right. So that's that. And now we go into, boom, place the Evomorph in the closest space to you without a thing and remove all things. All right, so he is going to go here, because that's the closest space to me, and we already talked about how that doesn't mean your space. The closest space to me, that's 1 space away. And now he's going to target me and then attack. But the remote beacon says, oh, I should have spent 2. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. To make up for that, we'll put the search back. I didn't have that. I mean, I would have done it 2 turns ago, though. Technically, I wouldn't have the close call. So... okay, that's it. So that sucks. Anyway, on any space up to 3 spaces away from you, I already did that. Put it over here where the hole breach is. Whenever the killer must choose a target, they will choose the beacon instead. Discard the beacon token when the killer enters the space where it is located. So he's going to choose the beacon instead of me. He's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And the plan is coming into effect. Oh boy. Now we just hope that stupid thing doesn't make it come back to life. All right. So that is that. And now we would, next turn we'll be back to flipping over a tarot card. All right. So now we go back to, we did the killer phase. We, yep. Now we go to panic phase, no. Upkeep phase, got it. And now we go back to my planning phase. So my planning phase is going to be, I think I will do, I can't get into that. I haven't activated that hatch yet. So we'll do a focus. No. Yeah, we'll do a focus. Allows me to roll 3. What in the world? Short rest and a focus to keep that horror level as much in the 3 as I can. That's going to use one of those. All right, enough of that. Let's walk. And there's 2 successes, so I can move 2 spaces and use 1. So we'll go 1, 2 like that. And then I'm going to walk again. Oh my heave. Weak tack and a guard. To make that 1 success, still have to use 1 of those, but I can move 1 space, which is here. Wow, that just honks Bobo. That's the end of my, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these will simply go there. That will go there. So now he has to use the beacon, right? On the terror phase, he must use the beacon. And the beacon goes, bloop, bloop, hey, what's up here? And since the catastrophic hull breach is there, anyone, enemies or victims and you, that is in or enters that space is instantly killed. If the killer dies this way, reveal their final health token. Okay, here we go. Here's the final health token. Flip the card, Sam. What card? What card? What card? You said flip the card. I don't understand. No, I knew this. I know this. I've already placed it over there. So I have to see what this guy has. And this guy has nothing. Nothing at all. So I think I just won. Because the Evomorph is stupid. Did I do it right? Because I think this guy just went super duper. All right. Well, that was, I will say this. While it was, I think, a thematic win, that was kind of cheesy. Because I'm like, I wanted Ripley to like duke it out in the superloader. I wanted this to happen. Boom, like that. Or maybe boom in here in the hangar. That's what I wanted to happen. But, you know, it is what it is. I think in true Ripley fashion, yep, nope, it's a delay. It's a delay. What do you mean? Nope, it's a delay. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yep, congrats. Nope, it's a delay. I don't get it. True Ripley fashion. Yes. Airlocked the Evomorph out. So that was pretty stinking cool. I like that thematic version. I really thought I was toast. I super thought I was toast until I read what that remote beacon did. And I knew I was going to get it. I was actually toying with re-rolling that search roll so that I could get 2 successes and then draw 2 cards. But then I read what the remote beacon did, and I was like, oh, well, hey, because it came out, I was able to get it right after that escape pod got a hull breach in it. And that, as soon as I got to the junction, which is 1, 2, 3 away, I'm just retracing my steps, making sure I didn't do anything that was funky there. But yeah, I liked it. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think that, I mean, it was a bona fide win. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say anything against it, but I do like that because that's, you know, the airlocking it into space happened after the showdown in the superloader, but it still happened. So I think that's pretty cool. So nothing happened here. What would have happened if I would have auto died as well, because both of our tokens were nothing doing on the other sides. So we both would have been auto dead had we gotten to that point. But that was pretty stinking cool, man. I like this Retaliate card too. The Retaliate card is something else. Ignore all attack and 2 damage against it. I like it. Well, that is that. I think that's a pretty cool scenario. I really enjoyed it. These maintenance cards, I didn't do. My token is always blank. Well, if you're looking at it, there's only like 2. No, there's 3. I think there's 3 tokens out of the 10. I think there's 10 of them that have anything on them. So it's like your chances of getting something that's on them is pretty low. So that's pretty neat. One of the things that I did, go back to this angle real quick, I was hoping to use them a little bit more, but these maintenance cards, the Crusher I thought was pretty cool. I guess the Crusher, you know, he would have lost another damage going through there because the Crusher was technically activated. It was activated by one of the Terror cards, but I don't know if I had to go into the Trash Compactor to make the Crusher activated. But I think putting the key card on it is what activates it, not you actually being... I mean, you have to be in the Trash Compactor in order to do that. So I think with the Terror card automatically putting it on there, it would have been a little bit more fun. The Incinerator, whenever an enemy or victim enters the furnace, roll a die and do one of the following. Wow, if you roll a 1, it takes 3 damage. 2 to 3, it takes 2. 5, it takes 4 to 5, it takes 1. Does not affect you or victims following you, but if a victim enters in there, like from a panic attack or something like that. The airlock in the hangar, once activated, place this token in the hangar during the action phase. While in the hangar on an adjacent space, you can discard this. Open the airlock, instantly killing everyone in the hangar. If present, the superloader is lost. If the killer dies, reveal the final health token. If they come back to life, place them in the junction. If you are in the hangar, when the airlock is opened, roll a die. On a 5 to 6, you manage to survive. Otherwise, you lose the game. Do not flip over the final health token. Well, that's cool. Oh, that went down there. And then finally, the self-destruct is another one that we didn't really get to use. Once activated, place the nuclear token on the start of the countdown track, which is here. It only has 3 spots. During the upkeep phase, move the nuclear token 1 space to the right. When it reaches the explosion, the ship self-destructs, killing everything. If you are not on a exit space, you lose the game. So these are cool. Are 3 cool differences to the scenario as well. I really enjoyed it. I have to say, I'm not a solo gamer. I don't consider myself a solo gamer, but at the same time, I really enjoy this game, and I didn't think that I would, because I'm not a big horror fan, but the tropes, I understand the tropes that the game brings with it, and so that, I think, allows me to enjoy the game. Let's see, this means that you get Ripley's special weapon when you play as her from now on. Really? Is that what that means? I didn't catch that in when I was reading the rules. Or is that just, are you just joshing me? I didn't read that anywhere. Yeah, I don't, I think you're joshing me, Matt. What is it? Final girl is... JT is here. JT, have you been here the whole time? You've just been stalking me in the back? I'm just kidding. You're not stalking me. But have you been here, or did you just show up? I really do enjoy this. It's really fun. And I knew, I asked JT if he had this scenario because this is the one that I wanted to play next. I was drawn to the Mrs. Claus versus Krampus one because of the artwork from Vincent Dutrait, but when he was telling me about all the different ones that were available, and he told me that this one was possible, I knew that this was the next one I wanted to play because I enjoy it that much. So I really do like it a lot. There is an envelope in the box with her name on it. Oh, well, see, I didn't know that. Heard you say you like it. Is there one in the box? I bet you JT already took it out. Let me see. Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't see one there. Yeah, I don't see one there. JT already got it. Otherwise, you're still pulling me along. That could also be. I'm always leery, but that would be pretty cool. You always get back already. Did I miss Sam saying game over, man? Game over. No, because I opened it already. I knew it. I knew it. Game over, man. Game over. Well, that's just great. Why don't you put her in charge? Yeah, no, game is over, but we won. The alien got airlocked out of a hull breach in an escape pod room. I was able to use the remote beacon, and it drew the Evomorph into the hull breach and out into space. And when I turned over its extra life token, it was blank. So a win for the home team. Every final girl has a special item. Ah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. But all of my final girls are stored together. Yep, got it. So, yeah, you missed it. I saved it for you. Hope you ejected those dice out of the airlock with it. Man, I tell you what. It made it close, right? I mean, it worked out. I still won, even though the dice were super against me. So that tells, at least that speaks to the fact that there are other ways to beat the game other than just relying upon the dice. And I like that. You know, I still had to manipulate the dice rolls, which is another cool thing about it. There is a way to manipulate the dice rolls. To get myself in a position where I could set the remote beacon, and then once the remote beacon was in place, it's kind of like on autopilot. I didn't know what these ambush cards were going to do. I wondered if any of those place the Evomorph in closest space and remove all this, and then attack, but I guess, in the closest space to you without the thing. If the finale has been revealed, trigger the killer action. If not, immediately draw the next tarot card. Okay. 10 is the nastiest. So he does a double attack if he's in the same space. Wow. See that? Don't screw up my dice. I'm not going to. Hers is a flamethrower. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm wondering. JT, Matthew, all due respect, buddy, but I just like getting second opinion. JT, when these ambush cards tell you to place the Evomorph in the closest space to you without a X marker on them, and then remove all X markers, does that include the space that you are in? Matthew, and I kind of agree with them, because it doesn't technically say that you're going to be placing the Evomorph in your space, you're in a space closest to you. But does that include your space? Matthew is of the mind that it does not include your space. But see this card right here, as an adult, it says that if you're in the space where, well, you're going to target the final girl, and then attack her 2 times. But it doesn't give you any movement. So that leads me to think that maybe you can place the Evomorph in your area if it doesn't have one of these tokens because you've not been scanning. And that's something where I think place the Evomorph in the closest space to you without, and these are all ambush cards. So if you don't have one of these X tokens in your space, then the closest space to you is your space. It would say in the Evomorph rules. All right, let's see here. Evomorph rules. Ignore all steps of the killer phase. Instead, you draw an ambush card and follow the side of the card that corresponds to the current stage, either light green for the youngling. Each ambush card has a red danger. 1 to 10, there is a number for the youngling side. If the ambush card deck ever runs out, it doesn't say. A space can only have... no, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, it says it. Okay. No, I don't like the way the cards are labeled in, but yeah, it says appearing out of nowhere, often in your space, and immediately attacking. So like this 10 danger, it appears if your space doesn't have one of these tokens, it appears in your space and attacks you twice. Yeah, and then there are a bunch of them that say, yeah, I don't like that wording on the cards, but I guess it's inclusive, and that was my original thought, is that it's including my space. The other the other cards that it was talking about. Where is it? Yeah, the scan cards. Place a thing in your space and then negate that. Place it in your space. Place the Evomorph in your space. Skip the next killer phase. So, yeah. That's just kind of a weird wording, I guess. So that puts an asterisk on my win, because we did kind of do that wrong. But it doesn't, man, I don't like that wording. I don't like the wording. It doesn't say in your space. It says in the closest space to you without a thing. Remove all blanks. All right, what about youngling? Make a horror roll, place in the closest space to you without a thing. Yeah, no effect. Yeah, I just don't like that wording. Oh, gosh. Gotta be careful with the cards. Well, basically tied to the tokens, you're safe in a token space. Yeah, I lied to you. The attack action afterwards is the giveaway. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I still enjoy playing the game, still understand how to play the game. I don't think we had any real errors other than that, and that's kind of it's not really our fault, I think. I mean, the rules, well, I'll take it. It's our fault. I'll take it because it does say right here that often in your space. But the cards, I really do think the cards should say including your space or something to that effect. But the way they have it worded is clear when you take into account what the rules say. So far be it from me to cast too much shade upon Van Ryder. They have done a good job with this game. So because you can ambush it as well. Yeah, I know. Yep. I like it. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I've got some other stuff to do. I'm going to get ready for another live stream tonight. My wife, Jessie, and I will be playing another game tonight. I don't know what game it is yet. I have to pick one. And she did tell me not to pick a hard game. We played Ankh last time, and that was a bit much for her. But we're going to pick one that I think she will enjoy, and we're going to play another one tonight. You can expect that. Let's see here. This evening. We have to do some carting around of one of our kids, and we might be able to use our other teenage driver for some of that. So we'll have to, I don't know exactly when the start time is going to happen. I'm going to say around 6 or 7 o'clock. That's when our start time will be, and that's Pacific Standard Time, so, or Pacific Daylight Time, I don't know, whatever it is. It's Pacific Time. And so be on the lookout for that. Come back and join us, and we'll have a good time. Thank you so much. Ghost stories? Heck no. To heck no. No thank you. I don't even own ghost stories anymore. The Hunt? That might be. That might be. But Jess is not really a strategic-minded person. She likes more processes than strategery and tactics. So I don't know that Hunt will be... Hunt looks like a simple enough game. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't know that she will enjoy it. I'm trying to pick a game that I think she will enjoy. But we'll keep that on the back burner just to make sure. In space, no one can hear you cheat. Dude, Matthew, you're rocking it today with coining the phrases. That's awesome. Very cool. All right, we're out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. We will see you guys and gals on the flip side, which will be this evening. That's our next stream, so come back and join us. If you enjoy the content, I know it's in the description, but if you enjoy the content, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Follow us so that we can get some more subscribers and get those algorithms working for us, not YouTube. Thanks for being here, though. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care. Be safe.